morning. For those of you who don't know, my name is Maya Karen. I run a fashion blog called Classically Kept. It does feature luxury, contemporary, and how to style and now natural hair care. So if you were into any of those things, please consider subscribing to my channel. Click the notification bell. That way you will never miss a video. So today's video, we are doing another hair talk. It has been a while since we have done one of these. So if you have never been a part of this series before, I just kind of bring up hot topics when it comes to hair care, when it comes to natural hair. I like to keep it very casual. This one is going to kind of be short because I do want to have the comment section open and we can just kind of talk there. The topic today is going to be, the video itself is going to be short, but the topic is something that I am seeing, like, I guess a new wave, a new trend. Maybe it's just me, but I just kind of want to talk about it and kind of just feel the room and get your guys' opinion. But this is something that I like to keep very casual. You see that I am dressed down. I have on my loungewear. My head is wrapped up. But I just like to keep it very casual. So wherever you're watching this, just relax, listen to the video, and then at the end, just kind of give me your opinion. So this is something that has popped up on my YouTube feed, and you guys know how algorithms work. Once you watch one video of a certain topic or of that one thing, and then you either swipe or you refresh your algorithm, all of a sudden, all of your algorithm has now been refreshed, and those same videos from different people and different content creators is going to start popping up. And one thing that I have noticed, and again, whenever we do these hair topics or whenever we have these hair video talks, you guys know my community, we can disagree and we always keep it respectful. And I'm saying that because I know in the Black community, hair care by itself is a very sensitive subject, but I know right now people are not really feeling hairstylists. You guys know that I have my own opinion on hairstylists, but I want this to be an open conversation. So if you are a hairdresser, a hairstylist, cosmetologist, whatever label or whatever you refer to yourself as or whatever your title is, please get in on this conversation, but just remember to keep it respectful, okay? We can have different opinions, but we can also respect one another. But on my feed, I am noticing this trend of particular women who are natural, who are attempting to go on this natural hair journey in a healthy way, or they are trying to get their hair back to health, or they want their hair to flourish. And they are enlisting the services of someone who does hair, a cosmetologist, a hairstylist, like I said, however you refer to yourself, or just however you refer to that profession. Let's say for whatever reason, they don't know how to do hair, they don't have time, they don't really want to fuss with it, and they're going to a professional for their professional services, advice, and things like that. So what I'm talking about is a very specific set of people who are in the natural hair community. They are looking to either have a natural hair journey or they are looking to bring their hair back to health. And this particular video, let me go ahead and say this. I am not in the business of exposing people. I will link the video that I'm referring to down below. I'm not going to put it in my video. You can go down the rabbit hole if you want to, but I will describe the video because it's the topic of this video. But I am noticing that, or I guess I'm trying to figure out, or my question is, why is it that when a natural woman who is trying to better their hair care or better the health of their hair or wants to go on a healthy hair journey, what I'm trying to figure out, or what I am asking is, when they go to a professional and they have the consultation and they're now, I guess, in the care of that hairstylist, what I'm trying to understand is, why is their first course of action to wash their hair, shampoo, do a deep conditioner, maybe do a treatment, blow dry, and then flat iron? To me, that seems counterproductive. So let me go ahead and say this as well, as far as the scenarios that I'm talking about. The videos that I have been watching, I don't know whether or not this has been a long-time client. I don't know whether or not this person's hair was, for lack of better purposes or lack of better terms, jacked up by another hairstylist and they're now coming to this hairstylist to fix, or if this is like their first time as a client, or this is their first time just enlisting the services of a hairstylist. So when you're looking at social media, a lot of the times you get snippets, right? So you don't necessarily know the full story. But here's my thing. When a prospective client comes to you or a first-time client comes to you, how I remember it or how it's supposed to be done, you're supposed to do a hair consultation. You are never just supposed to take a client and then just start doing their hair. You're supposed to do a hair consultation. Some actual cosmetologists or some hairstylists will take it a step further and maybe do like a hair analysis or things like that. But in the beginning, you are supposed to do a consultation. You're supposed to ask them and say, hey, okay, you're here. Let's do the consultation. Give me kind of like a rundown of your hair care at home. Kind of give me the rundown of what your wash day looks like. And while you guys are having that conversation, as the professional, they might be making mental notes. They might be writing things down and said, okay, well, let me talk to you about this part. Maybe you're doing this, which is causing this. Maybe you're doing this, which is causing that. And in that consultation, when the hairstylist finds out that maybe this particular client, like I said, is on a healthy hair journey or they're trying to get their hair back to health, they find out that within the course of, I would say, a month, this particular client is flat ironing their hair, let's say, every single time they wash their hair, whether that be once a month, twice a month, 3 times a month, or every single Friday. To me, as a professional, I would say, well, hey, let's go ahead and explore that. Maybe you are using too much heat, and maybe that's what is causing the thinning, the balding, the non-edges, the hair to break off in the back. Maybe you blow drying and flat ironing your hair every week is attributing to what is going on with your hair. Why you have the split ends, why your hair is thinning, why it's falling out, and why it's breaking off. Because then you have to have the conversation, okay, you're doing that every single Friday. What are you doing to put the moisture back in your hair? Or how are you caring for your hair while it's straight, right? So for me, when I find out that this particular person that I'm doing the consultation with has been using excessive heat, why is my first suggestion to them, or why is my first course of action to say, hey, you know what? Let's go ahead and wash your hair, shampoo, deep condition, do a treatment, blow dry your hair, and then flat iron it. That is the exact same thing that they were doing at home, and probably is what has brought them to this point as to why they are even coming to you to help them with their hair or their healthy hair journey. So I'm just trying to understand why that is the first thing that a lot of hairstylists are going to. Because for me, if I were to find out that this particular client or prospective client was using excessive heat, I would, the first thing, and as a matter of fact, I wouldn't even suggest a heating technique or a heat style to them. I would say, okay, based off of the conversation that we've had and based off of your hair regimen at home, let's start out with no heat. Okay, let's maybe wash your hair, shampoo, deep condition. Let's do a strengthening treatment. And if you like the stretched look, or if you don't necessarily like your tight curl pattern, maybe let's do some stretching, maybe some African threading, maybe some banding, maybe some plaits. My first thought is not going to be, okay, well, let's just go ahead and wash your hair, deep condition, blow dry, and then flat iron. And maybe the reasoning behind that is I'm the professional and maybe I can do it better, or maybe I can do it properly. But at the end of the day, heat is heat. And for you to add heat to someone's hair who, number one, is looking to better their hair or have healthier hair, and whom you can clearly see's hair is broken off, brittle, and breaking off, I just don't understand why the first course of action is to do the exact same thing. So let me give you another example. And like I said, I don't know, because this is a short, but it stuck out to me because of what was going on in the short. As I said, I'm not going to expose the person. I will put it down below, and then you can choose to go down the rabbit hole. So like I said, I don't know if this was a prospective client, a new client, someone had already done something to their hair and they're coming to them to fix it, or if this is their first time at the salon, just like in general, and they're seeking the services of a professional. So this particular young lady, she was natural. And with the person that was narrating, she said that she came to me and she wants to go, like, I think she said something like on a healthy hair journey, or she's trying to get her hair back to health. And she came to me and she asked me for help. As the woman is sitting there, so the camera is back here and you can see her head. So typically whenever you're watching a hair video, they typically start in the front, or they would be like, they'll be focused on the back or the front. And the woman's hair, I would probably say, was maybe like right here. She had a part from the front to the back. And as this woman is talking and narrating this video, you can clearly see that in the part, that this woman's part, number one, should not have been as wide as it was, but you could actually see spots or spaces where she was actually, I guess you could say, thinning, going bald, or her hair was falling out. And the woman in the video is talking about, natural hair and healthy hair. And what does she do? She shampoos, she washes, she conditions, she detangles, she blow dries her hair, and then she flat irons it. To me, what it looks like is happening with this particular woman, it looks like that she is either getting braids or she's actually straightening her hair with this same part, because the balding is like right here. The balding is like right here, like from like right here to right here. It looks like what's happening to me is that when she is actually taking the flat iron, because like when you flat iron, sometimes you'll go like this and you'll pull it down and you'll pull it down. It looks like to me what's happening with this particular person is that she is just keeping the same part, and then she's taking the flat iron and she's just going like this when it comes to her hair. And for me personally, as the professional, you would have been able to find that out had you have done a consultation. For me personally, once I would have seen that her hair was falling out or that it was thinning, I would never have suggested any type of heat product, heat tool, or heat style to her, because she's coming to you to get, or to, I guess you could say, make her hair healthier, or to go on that journey, or to have her hair thrive. So this video is very short, and as I said, these videos have been popping up on my feed, so I just kind of wanted to talk about it, because it seems like there's just this, and I'm not even necessarily saying that, most people would say, well, it's just a money grab. I'm not even talking about the money side of it. I'm talking about the thought process as the hairstylist as to why you think that should be the first suggestion. And also, let me say this. As an adult, you do what you want with your hair. Because the other thing that I do want to make clear is that even as an adult or even as a professional, you can always give suggestions. You can always give a course of action. You can always give your opinion. And really, at the end of the day, your client is your client. They're paying you for a service. So if you have a consultation with your grown client and you say, hey, based off of what you're telling me, it sounds like you're using excessive heat. Let's take another turn, or let's do a different course of action. And you kind of give them what you would like to do. And they say, well, no, I still want to get my hair straightened. I still want you to blow dry and do all of that. And you say, you know what? Okay, you're the client. That's not my suggestion, but you're the client. And at the end of the day, you're paying me. That is the service that I will do for you. So that's the other bit to this conversation. I just want to make it clear that sometimes you will have clients, or you will have people, even after giving this suggestion, who will still say to you, yeah, I don't care. Just go ahead and do what you normally do. But at the same time, they're expecting a different outcome, okay? So I just want to put that out there as well. But let's just kind of start a conversation in the comments. And as I said, if you are a hairstylist, please tell me what your thought process would be behind that. Or just kind of tell me like what, I guess, the trend or what the new narrative is in your profession. Because it seems like I said, that after watching these videos, the women who are trying to have their hair flourish, or the women who are trying to get their hair healthy, are not necessarily being led astray, but I don't think that they're being given the best advice, okay? So let me know in the comments, let me know your opinions. I won't necessarily say that I have misspoke, because it's a trend that I have noticed on my feed. But at the same time, though, like I said, for the algorithm algorithm. Once you watch one video, your algorithm is going to refresh and it's going to show you the rest of the videos. And it was several of them. The other thing that I will say is, like I said, I am not in the business of exposing people, but you guys have probably seen these videos and they probably have large followings on YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, and Facebook. And the last thing that I will say to you, because this keeps coming back up. I saw another video about texture release and the genie curl. As I stated in that video, which I will link down below, please just be very careful about the things, products, and the marketing that you are being exposed to, okay? Just be diligent. If it sounds too good to be true, it typically is, okay? But I just want to remind you that here on YouTube, I do upload videos every Wednesday and Sunday. And then, of course, right here, I'll put my Instagram handle. Thank you so much for hanging out with me, you guys. Bye.